and we are representing Goenka University, which is a part of the Goenka group, which has over 100 schools starting from nursery education till class 12 and one university at the moment. So we are a large education group offering courses right from nursery to PhD. And Harman would now take this.
Yeah, so we are also a decade-old university only and established as a private university under Haryana State Private Universities Act. And over the years, we have transformed from 4 schools to currently 8 schools and faculties and a lot of centers. So that is where we are currently, and a lot of research collaborations, and that we'll also see through the presentation. Yeah, over to the presentation.
Yeah, okay. So essentially the Goenka University started as a result of the collaboration that we initially had with Lancaster University. So internationalization has been a focus of our university from the very start. But being a part of the Rishi project has given a structure to our plans of internationalization. So I will walk you all through our entire journey of Rishi. We are extremely grateful to everybody from the Rishi team for their support, particularly to Ivan, to Asir, to Anna Maria, and to everyone, every single person for their feedback at our various stages. Wherever we've struggled, we've got instant feedback from everyone. So thank you so much. We're very grateful for that. So, because our university essentially started as a result of the collaboration with the UK university, things like focus on teaching strategies, curriculum design, assessment and evaluation, student-centered learning, critical thinking, technology integration, emphasis to cultural diversity and lifelong learning, have been certain common threads that have always existed as a part of our curriculum planning and for planning of the direction in which our university is going to go. And therefore, the curriculum has particularly focused on embedding a lot of competencies that would be required for global citizens, because the focus has been on preparing students that would be ready to integrate with the global workforce and students who would tomorrow become policy makers for the kind of organizations and political structures that would probably exist a couple of years from now. So there has been emphasis on integrating international content, a lot of emphasis on language development. At the moment, also presently at the university, we have students studying who've come from various countries, including about 30 plus countries from the African subcontinent alone. So there's a lot of focus on developing language capabilities, particularly for students for whom English is not their first language. So we have a language laboratory that helps students to develop these skills. Also for cultivating a global mindset, assessing the global competencies, and experiential learning and inclusivity. Since the NEP 2020 came, our university has been at various stages, been implementing the recommendations of the NEP, and very recently, from the last academic year onwards, all our undergraduate programs have moved to the 4-year grade with multiple entry-exit options. And we've also adopted several other recommendations that have been made by NEP, which have been supported by our participation in Rishi, because it has helped us put the entire plan together and integrate it in the current grids, in the form of the current program grids that we offer at the university. So the focus is on interdisciplinarity, multidisciplinarity, project-based learning, faculty mobility, student mobility. We did already have a very robust learning management system, but we have upgraded our learning management system and have uploaded a lot of learning resources, online material, policies, guidelines for everybody's quick reference. Cultural sensitization, again, because of our diverse student population, has been our focus. So we regularly keep organizing several workshops for cultural sensitization, not just for the Indian students, because we definitely have students coming in from various states as well, but also for international students to understand each other, and faculty and staff. So these diversity training workshops are done for students, faculty, and also non-teaching staff who are dealing with the students that are coming from various countries. Additionally, we have a counseling center that caters to the requirements of international students that probably would be facing any kind of adjustment issues, and for our students going to other universities to gear them up for if at all there are any issues that they are facing. So they have this counseling center where they can come back and discuss their problems, and help is offered. And these counseling centers are also supported by several MOUs that we have with organizations that have experts that offer services on mental health. And particularly ever since we became partners with Rishi and started the project, the implementation has been at various levels at the university. So our focus has been on, of course, aligning our whatever changes that we are making as per the regulatory framework, the various changes that we have done to our curriculum, the training that we've organized for faculty, for student, for staff. We've enhanced our engagements with the alumni, and also our industry and academic partners have been supporting us in this entire exercise. And the first and the most prominent change that we've done is our revising the vision and mission of the university. So the vision and mission of our university also now focuses on internationalization. And certain other significant changes that we've done is we've focused on providing several global learning opportunities. And the first thing that we've done is set up a separate office for international student support. We already did have an office for international partnerships, but that was earlier headed by a faculty, and this was an additional role. But now we have a separate full-fledged office offering support to both incoming and outgoing students, and it's called the Office of International Partnerships and Student Mobility. And we also have a separate office for admissions for international students. Research has been a focus at our university ever since the beginning, but now the focus also includes joint research with our international partners, as a result of which we've had several MOUs that have been signed in the last 4 years, and all of these MOUs presently are active, and we have active research engagements with several of our international partner universities, and of course our local partner universities as well. We have established an advisory group to guide all these strategic implementations, and the advisory group includes people both from the leadership team within as well as from outside as well. So we have experts that we've onboarded. We are extensively working on enhancing the global perception and partnerships of the university. We'll also be giving you a glance of our website in some time. So we have a entire separate section of international partnerships, and our international office, which is right now engaged in this particular activity. We're working on improving multicultural capabilities, student success, experience and support, and there have been several policy revisions. For example, policies for supporting joint research papers or research projects or seed grants. So there have been significant policy revisions in the last 3 years, and we are also focusing on enhancing our communication strategy to tell our story also through the alumni. again something that we'll see when we go through the website. So if we were to classify the impact that Rishi has had at 3 levels, at the institution, at the curriculum and at the students level. So at the institutional level, our vision and mission has been revised and upgraded. Our faculty and staff have been taken through various workshops to understand internationalization of curriculum and the focus of the university towards internationalization as a whole. We've established a Department of International Partnerships and Student Mobility, created several opportunities for joint research for faculty and students, and also we've introduced very, very progressive faculty incentive policies for research. At the level of curriculum, we've, of course, in line with the new education policy, moved to the 4-year bachelor's grid, which I've mentioned earlier. But the focus also has been on IILOs, and therefore the curriculum revision has been done keeping the IILOs in mind. And graduate attributes also are the focus. And at the level of the students, there are several immersion programs and diversity training modules that have been developed and embedded also in our orientations that we do for our students when they come and join the campus. There are courses that have been developed specially for non-English speaking students, and several of our students have also been given an opportunity for semester abroad, and presently we have students from over 25 countries, and this is excluding the African countries that I mentioned earlier, that have at some point of time or the other spent some time at the campus either pursuing a full-time degree or a short-term course. And
so to specify the numbers, currently we have approximately 6,000 students working at studying at the university, and out of that 10% are the international students. So that is the current percentage.
Yes. And very recently we have also started organizing diversity festivals for our students.
And I would like to add that to strengthen our IPSM, which is the International Partnership and Student Mobility Office, we are also in the process of floating the IRO and the ICO, which is the International Relations Office and the International Relations Office, so as to spread wings in furthermore directions.
Now, Bharat will take us through the website.
Good morning once again, continuing with the same zeal. Yes. Internationalization culture at the GDG. We have a dedicated website with the URL mentioned here. You can check it. Let us have a go to the website pages. This is the total home page on which all the details about our international department is being given, international office, all the activities that are going or that our office is encompassing is given in detail. Then we have the next tab with the partner, on which the detail is given how to be a partner of our university in sharing the international education, different MOUs, and the partner list is also given on that website. In all the countries, all the universities with which we have different partnership programs. Then we have international page or a tab related to the international students, having incoming semester exchange students, incoming internship exchange students, and full-time international students. Then we have a tab of student exchange, outgoing semester exchange program, outgoing internship exchange program, and international programs. Then we have a next tab of faculty exchange. Recently there is opening that is also given on the website. Then we have the next research tab, all the research activities that will be included on this. Then we have different consultancy services. consultancy regarding the renewable energy consultancy projects and so on. Then the different news, different activities which the office is encompassing is enumerated there. Then at the last we have the contact for the general contact, incoming students, outgoing students, and the international partnership. That's all.
And the other interesting thing is that we have only one email ID for students and faculty for anything to do with international. So it is international@gdgu.org. And very recently we had the ambassadors of France and the ambassador of Italy on our campus, because we have a very, very active MOU with Le Cordon Bleu for our School of Hospitality. And we have a beautiful School of Hospitality with a world-class kitchen to train our students. And we have a collaboration with Politecnico di Milano for our design school.
So coming on to orienting faculties and staff for promoting the culture of internationalization. So in line with the Rishi plan, as we've all gone through regional workshops and institutional workshops, so at our university we conducted total of 8 workshops, out of which 2 were regional and 6 were institutional. So right from starting from internationalization of curriculum to developing global citizens, so the immersive journey of all these workshops is represented in the form of excerpts there. So a lot of these had hands-on activities which were carried, and therefore it gave them a first-hand experience of how to embed all these into the curriculum of different programs. So you can, this was discussed in detail at 5 GM, so we just added excerpts from the same for an illustration.
Now I'll quickly walk you through the various sections of the curriculum internationalization plan, and I would definitely like to mention over here that although we were the first ones to submit and get our plans approved, and we also were appreciated by Ivan for doing that, but we're the last ones to present, and we not unfortunately have beautiful pictures like so many of you have presented right now, because as a university right now we are gearing up for an accreditation visit, and there is lots that we are all engaged with.
And examinations are
yeah.
also on the...
Okay. So presently our focus is on increasing and enhancing the kind of active engagements in the form of MOUs that we have with our international partners, and also for strengthening and working in improving the student experiences when they come to our campus. There are several guest sessions that we regularly organize for our international students and by international faculty for our existing students as well. We've had several symposia, conferences, guest sessions, visiting faculty over the last 4 years that have come in and delivered various sessions for our students. And we have international faculty presently in our academic advisory boards. And the focus is on primarily globalization in the university's overall vision and mission. And in the next couple of years, we intend to continue our mission of focusing on internationalization by engaging in several activities which will be visible to everybody through our dissemination that we will be doing through various social media. Our international office, as Harman mentioned, has been strengthened, and we are in the process of setting up an IRO and also an ICO separately as an international collaborations office, and we are almost about to launch an international students office, student affairs office, because we have an international office, but that caters to everything related to international. But we are planning further bifurcations and strengthening each of these offices for better student engagement and experience. There are several handbooks and guidelines also that have been developed to help students that come from various countries to start their programs, and all of these will very soon also get uploaded on the international page of our website. And international mobility and strengthening the institution's focus on international culture is something that we have been working on, and our IRO and ICO will be helping us strengthen this further. As a next step, what we are planning is a common entrance test for giving equal opportunity for students that come from everywhere, because right now, yes, we do have standardized grids for curriculum mapping and for credit transfer, but also there is a need for standardized entrance test that has been pointed out, and we are working on it, and we will be presenting our plans about this. We'll be sharing them with the partners even after the project, because we would want inputs from everybody to ensure that this is implemented effectively, and we'll be happy to also receive suggestions and feedback from our various partners for this. Language certification support is also another thing that we are working on. And our learning management system, as I mentioned earlier, has been strengthened, but we will continue to have further integrations built in to strengthen it further. And we right now in the LMS do not have a very robust system of continuous self-assessment. So we are in the process of strengthening those rubrics as well for our students.
Yeah, coming on to synergies with territorial context. So industry academia partnerships, as already mentioned, they are gaining momentum, and we have a lot of collaborations and MOUs with international partners. Even with partners like Bosch and Train the Trainer model, especially for our School of Engineering, we've had these MOUs. Then promoting multicultural environment and multilingual options is also one of our prime agenda. The gaps which we would be getting from collaborating with civil society organizations, we'll try and pack them up with our research project. So that is something which is a listed agenda on our this particular parameter. And for visibility, as already explained, that we have conducted all the workshops, and our LMS is also running in full throttle. And we intend to also organize further more sessions and conferences to enhance and make our partnerships more robust. And social media handles are already in full sync.
Now, research has been, as I mentioned earlier, a focus area at the university from the very start, but recently we've had changes done to the various policies for faculty as well as students to improve our publication output, for increasing joint collaboration, for joint PhD supervision, for joint projects. So there are very, very progressive incentive schemes that we have launched for our faculty, particularly for writing research projects, for book chapters, for publication of research papers individually and in collaboration with faculty from other institutions. And we are encouraging, and we have a large number of PhD scholars also enrolled for their PhDs across our 7 schools, for various disciplines across our 7 schools. So there are a lot of PhD scholars that are also doing interdisciplinary research. And interdisciplinary research also that is co-supervised by supervisors from our partner institutions. And some of these partner institutions are Indian, some of these are also international. And for this, improving research capabilities and output, we constantly keep upgrading the skills of our faculty through various faculty development programs, and we also keep conducting a lot of workshops for our research scholars particularly. Because we also have a large population of PhD scholars that have returned for their PhD after working in the industry for like 10, 15, 20 So again, as they need to be integrated back into the mode of academic writing and learning and research, these programs are absolutely essential and help them acquire the skills that are required for writing their research thesis and for doing in their respective areas. We have a unique, I'm not sure unique, but an interesting concept of interdisciplinary projects which all our bachelor students do. It's a part of our program grid. So we have 7 diverse schools and within that multiple programs. So all the undergraduate students from all the schools have to, as a part of their undergraduate degree, do one interdisciplinary project. Apprenticeships, internships, all of these have been integrated into our program grids. And the finance management, presently right now, all our finance management is done by one finance office, which functions using various softwares that help them maintain their books. But we're also right now in the process of possibly appointing somebody separately who could manage the funds for projects, for research, as well as for all of these collaborations that we have separately as per the guidelines, for example, the Erasmus Plus guidelines and several other guidelines that we need to follow. So we're in the process of establishing in fact, recruiting somebody who could do this separately along with the existing finance team, because right now everything is done centrally. And the entire internationalized curriculum at GD Goenka's University, which is based on the revised vision and mission, focuses on examining issues and situations of local, global and cultural significance. Issues such as migration, stereotypes, all are factored in to understand and appreciate different perspectives and worldviews, to establish positive interactions with people of different national, ethnic, religious and social and cultural backgrounds and gender, and to take constructive action towards sustainable development and collective well-being. And we would like to believe that we have a truly global footprint with the kind of partnerships that we have with over 35 countries, and we intend to increase the number of international partnerships that we have. Active engagement, partnerships with active engagements, and we will continue working in that direction. Again, just a quick look at some of our existing partners with whom we have active engagements. With that, we come to the end of the presentation.